Jack, 2 from 2. It couldn't have been a better start for the Miners at your new home.
Yeah, it's couldn't have drawn up a better start. It's been really good. The guys are getting along really well, playing really well together. It's just been a lot of fun out there. I think we're just having fun. It's always more fun when you're winning, so it's been a really good start.
What's been the secret to the first couple of rounds, do you think?
I think just our team chemistry. I think we're playing really well together, sharing the ball, playing fast, but we just get really along really well together, and that's big when you're on the court and able to play together like that. So.
Explain to us your experience coming from Indianapolis to here. How does it sort of compare to the college system playing in NBL1?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit faster pace. I mean, you have a 24 shot clock compared to 30. So you're playing faster pace, a little more physical. I mean, you got a lot of higher level players because all pro guys. So that's definitely an adjustment. But I think it's been really good. So overall, it's been really fun.
And your thoughts this week? You've got the first doubleheader road trip. What do you know about your opponents, or is it one of those ones that you just go in and see what happens?
Right. It's a big weekend for us. 2 games, 2 winnable games, and a chance to go to 4-0. So like we're gonna take it one game at a time. But when you have a doubleheader, it's important to just focus on the first one and then go one at a time. So we're excited for the opportunity, and we expect 2 really good teams, 2 really good matchups.
Your 3-point shooting is something that's really stood out. Even in the warm-up, I noticed when the boys are dunking, you're still shooting the threes. Is that all part of getting the
Right. Yeah. That's definitely my game. And part of that's just because I don't jump very high, so I don't do the dunking part. So, but yeah, it's definitely the strong suit of my game and something I rely on, and something I think opponents really have to look out for. So. Really focus on that all the time. Yeah.
What's the secret to being a good 3-point shooter?
I think it's all just in the hard work. You got to put in the work in order to be successful. And the more reps you put up, the more confident you are. And that's been the biggest key for me.
I think you've covered it pretty much, but I suppose, is there any highlight games ahead that you're looking forward to?
Maybe not one in particular, but my parents are actually flying in this week, so they'll see both their first two pro games in person. So that'll be fun for them to see those games, and then just taking it one game at a time. You know, I'm new to all this, so I'm just excited for every opportunity we get to play.
Gemma, difficult game last week after such a high the first week. Your thoughts on last week's game, first of all?
I mean, it was pretty tough. Bendigo are a good side. Like, they have a couple WNBL players on their roster, which is always going to be tough. But I feel like the first half we kept with them. It was just a few, brain phases and stuff, and they got away from us, and we weren't hitting our shots, and they were. So, especially Meg McKay hurt us inside. We didn't really have a big to go up against, which was hard. So,
I thought that realistically it was, that first 10 points they got a jump on you. You never really had a chance to get back in. You missed a couple of open shots, and from there on, it was they just went away, didn't they? Yeah,
I feel like our start, we were really disappointed in that. That's something we've been talking about to get better for this week. We can't let them, especially a team like Bendigo, get a 10-0 run on us. It's always going to be hard to come back from that against anyone.
Your thoughts on, obviously, this week are Keilor and Nunawading, Friday night and Saturday night. How have you prepared for that?
We had a good training session last night, just really focused on communication and hard defense and getting around each other, refining our plays a bit. So it's kind of just, we can't dwell on last week, just get on to this week.
Obviously, the first week that was such a high. I'm looking at this Ballarat team. It's essentially an entire Ballarat team. You've got Emma in and you might have 1 or 2 to come, but it's how good is it to be actually playing with essentially an all Ballarat team?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, playing with these girls since under 12s, it's really special. We all have that connection, and it's pretty cool. I grew up watching Christy and Abby coming to the games every Saturday, so now playing with them, it's pretty cool, and I really enjoy it. So.
And how have you liked being, as you said earlier, the first time on the roster this year? I mean, does that really make you feel more part of the team, or did you already feel sort of part of the team moving in?
The girls always do a good job of including us, but I feel like I have a bit more of a role to fill this year in terms of being that point guard, being the voice on the floor, and getting around the girls. So I mean, still feels like I'm a part of it as always. So
I was going to say what the focus will be this weekend after last weekend.
Just getting around each other, getting a good start, not letting them go, 10-0. I think the first week they got an 8-0 run. So just really locking in straight away, get a good start, and we'll be fine. So.